How's it going, everybody? Doing a gum chewing video games haul here today. Pickup vid. I got 4 games, 1 from Amazon, 3 from East End Gaming in Oakdale. I want to hit that place a couple more times, or the one in the mall, or any other ones. Before leaving, I've talked about that already, but in the thumbnail, I just have them all in an Amazon envelope, just to hide what they are. But I'll start with and there are 4 different systems as well. I'll start with the one I got from Amazon. This was, I think, $18.50 after tax. For the 3DS, Theater Rhythm, Final Fantasy Curtain Call. When I had my 2DS, God, that had been like 2016, I had gotten just the regular version. This has added stuff, and I really liked it. It's a rhythm game with just all the Final Fantasy stuff throughout the freaking years. And it's set up like a battle. You're fighting enemies with the tunes from the games in there. And you'll get like the kind of video in the background or whatever. It was a cool game. I enjoyed the shit. I put like 30 hours into that game. It was awesome. And I saw this one was cheap, and my fiance has a 3DS now, so I'm like, you know what? I can play some more of this because this has added stuff. This has 221 songs and over 60 characters from Final Fantasy. And it's on like it is like an RPG thing. You're moving along the game world or whatever. But I was happy to get this, and it's a good price too. It's new, so that's cool. I'm actually looking at a Link Between Worlds on there as well. That's not an expensive game. $30 new. You can get it even a little cheaper on eBay. So, yeah. Theater Rhythm. Final Fantasy Curtain Call for the 3DS is the first game. Obviously, these next 3 came from East End Gaming. It's funny because I responded to a comment. Someone was like, "Oh, I heard you mention ODST. It'd be great to do gameplay of that." And I was like, when I pick it up, I'll definitely do a gameplay of it. But I walked right into the East End Gaming, and I was like, went right to 360 immediately. Grabbed ODST. This was $10 here. eBay prices, this might sell for a little less maybe, but it's in great shape. It has both discs and a manual. I had a couple of other games. I had Siberia in my hand. It was $13. I looked at Quantum of Solace. That was $13. I'm like, I can get that. And the artwork was all water damaged. So I was like, nah, I don't want that. I had something else in my hand. Oh, Siberia was $13. I was like, you know what? No. I always end up spending, even though I go there with the intention of wanting to spend more just to get games that I want, I always end up spending less. But it has the multiplayer disc, and obviously I want the campaign disc. The disc is in pretty nice shape. And you got the manual here as well. I love this. This is a top Halo game for me. Like, this might be like it might even be my second favorite Halo behind the original. Like, I love ODST. There's no Master Chief in this one. You're using the ODSTs. What was it? The Orbital Drop Shock Troopers. Or just say it on here. Yes, Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. This actually has Nathan Fillion in it. Is that his name? From he was in Firefly. He was in that show Castle. He's been around. He's been in a ton of stuff. He's in Santa Clarita Diet movies and whatever. And his character in this, I think it's Halo 5, has now become part of the Spartan program, so now he's a Spartan. But he was just a regular trooper in this. Just a cool game. It's almost, this is another one that's got a little bit of a creepy vibe to it. You're walking around the city and it's dark and stuff. at some points. But it also seems like it's tougher because you're not a Spartan, you know, and you're going against these tough Covenant enemies and stuff. So this probably most likely will be my next gameplay video. I'm pretty sure this is backwards compatible. Because I know they put it as a DLC onto the Master Chief Collection. Like this in Reach. I'm pretty sure this is just straight up backwards compatible. If it is not, that's going to annoy the shit out of me. It's a really good shooter. And once again, great soundtrack in here as well. But yeah. Halo 3 ODST. Tecmo Super Bowl for the Genesis. This was... Glare is killing it. 13. This is a top 5 sport game for me. I love this fucking game. I like most of the Tecmo Bowls. Like Tecmo Bowl, Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES were great. This is just an updated version of this. The Tecmo Super Bowl on the NES. It came out on Super Nintendo as well. It has the newer rosters and obviously have better graphics. I just love this one. I still have the manual. I'm pretty sure the case floating around for this. For the Genesis, that's why I grabbed it. It's $20 for the $20 for Super Nintendo. Cards in solid shape. There's 2 other copies, and I was like looking at them to see which damage was, you know, what had the best label. It's a great fun football game. It really is. Like, it's just fun. It's great. It's just a great game. It keeps stats and everything. I'm actually excited to pop this in. I might pop this in later. I am playing Midnight Suns. I actually popped in yesterday. Something to play. I finished the one part of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth demo. And now they added that second part, which I played briefly, and I'm like, you know what, I probably won't even bother with the rest of this. Game's coming out on Thursday, so, you know, I want to kind of mess around more with Midnight Suns, which I'm actually enjoying quite a bit. So, but yeah, this is a great sport game. The Tecmo Super Bowl games are fantastic. So now I have Tecmo Super Bowl 2 on the Super Famicom because it's expensive for the Genesis or the Super Nintendo. I have this one in Tecmo Super Bowl 3 Final Edition on the Genesis, and then I have the Tecmo Super Bowl on the PlayStation as well. Yeah, great sport game. I think this is the 93 season. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Garrison Hurst is in this one. Jerome Bettis, like rookie years. So definitely cool to get this. And the last one I saw, because they have like a, you know, in these video game stores, you know, these retro game stores, like behind the glass cases, sell the more expensive stuff, and then out in the open, they'll have $25 games out in the open, but usually stuff over 25 typically. It's behind a glass case, and they always have a ton of Game Boy stuff, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, like thrown into bins, and you gotta dig through them. Right out of the gate, I saw this one, Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force. And I was like, yes, $7 is a pretty good deal on it. It's not an expensive game to begin with. It's probably like $10 on eBay, but it was like perfect price. That's the other game I had. I had Flight of the Falcon, another Star Wars game for the GBA. It was $7. Maybe another time. Like I said, I'll be in there at least 2 more times before we leave. I was looking at Star Fox 64. It was $30 in there. You can get it for $20, $25 on eBay. So I was like, you know what? I'll go the eBay route on that one. The Quantum of Solace was not in good shape, the thing, and it was $13, which is also a little bit more than eBay. If it was in better shape, I probably would have taken it. Siberia 3, I don't know. I think Siberia, the first one. I want to say you can get it for under $10 on eBay. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to put that one down. And like, I'm weird. I could just get it, but I'm like, no, I don't want, like, I'm weird. I'm fucking weird like that. I never go all out, even when I can. I still don't. But this is just the original trilogy playthrough of, obviously, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I don't think this looks like the one, the Super one, the Super Return of the Jedi, Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back on the Super Nintendo. I think this is like a different art style and stuff. But definitely cool. I was also looking at. I should have just looked it up there, and maybe I would have grabbed it. But I want to look at the. I go to these stores knowing after doing some research on eBay, and I don't write it down to know the prices, so I'm not spending more at the game store. It's like $5-10 more, like $2-3 more. I don't care. Even $5. I don't care. I understand you have to charge more because you got overhead, you got employees, you got to pay, and everything else. But and the condition also plays a part. And when you're there, you're seeing the physical copy, and you're like, okay. But what was I gonna say? I don't know why I need to just go there one of these times. One of these last times I go there and just be like $100. I'm just spend at least $100. Just do it. I did look for Tomorrow Never Dies on the original PlayStation, and it wasn't there. I was trying to find A World Is Not Enough or Mission Impossible for the Game Boy Color, and I went through a bunch, and I was like, I don't want to keep looking through these. Like this one I kind of saw, and I was like, oh great, nice, it was right there, it was only $7. But yeah. Happy to have this one as well, especially because I can play it on the Retron on the TV, which is cool. I'm really excited about ODST, and I'm really excited about this as well. I'm excited about all of them. But yeah, that is just a gum chewing video games haul pickups vid here today. And thanks everyone for checking this out, and have a good day.